Whataburger Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich is back. More chicken strips, Monterey Jack, buffalo, and ranch saucy goodness. We had to go wide to fit it all in. That might be too far.
Mute that before I forget to do that. Alright, so might be seeing commercials. I've got my live stream sitting off to the side. Hey, India! I got a live stream sitting off to the side just to see what I'm doing, since this is the first time I'm actually doing a scheduled live. So, this is going to be fun. So, I know there's a couple of people watching right now. I'm still trying to learn where all my little functions are at. And of course, everything's in front of me right here. So that's why I keep looking around and trying to figure out what's where and everything. So, just kind of waiting, just seeing how many people are going to show up and say hi if you're here. Other than that, we're going to start beading here in a little bit. And what I plan on doing with these lives is I will most likely use either different boxes that I get in on a monthly basis that I usually don't do unboxings for, which is mainly like the dollar bead box and the Jesse James magical bead box. I usually don't do unboxings for those just because they come a little bit later in the month than typically other people get them. So there's already been several unboxings for those for different people that are out there and everything. And so that's kind of what I'm planning on doing with these type of things. I'm also planning on doing these every other week. I'm going to try to do them on Thursdays. We're going to start off with that, see how that goes. The other thing is the time. I don't know if I'm going to keep it at 1 o'clock or if I'm going to move it to a 2 o'clock, because Thursdays are also days that I tend to release some of my videos. My videos always come out at 12 noon central, or noon central, 12 o'clock central time. I'll get it out eventually. So I don't want to interfere with my own video doing a live on top of it. So I may move it to 2 o'clocks, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, this is kind of what I was hoping to do. That, just basically get the beads out and work on a project and then hopefully record something in the process. I can start doing that in the middle of it too. So that's pretty much what we're going to end up doing. So I will go ahead and figure out how to, there we go, get everything down to where I can see it and y'all can see it. And then move everything into its place. That's still kind of out of the way a little bit. All right, well, that's good enough, at least for the moment. I'll turn that off in just a second. But this is what I'm going to be working with. And this is the October's dollar bead box that I'm going to be working with first. And then I've got just a selection of 8-O's that are sitting out here. Have you heard of Sam's Bead Shop? Yes, I have, India. They have a bead box, but it's more gemstones than Chuck beads, gray colors. Yes, I have heard about Sam's Bead box. That is one thing that I'm hoping to do soon. Just financially, I'm not to that point yet that I can add on another bead box because I already get, how many do I get now? I get the Gemstone Orphanage every other month. I get the Potomac Treasures bead box. I still get their box. My dad actually gifts that to me on a yearly basis. Monthly basis, but he pays for it yearly. Anyways, whatever. And then what else do I get? I get Beads of the Month, bargain bead box, and I'm forgetting one. I keep looking around that desk because I just cleaned up everything before I did all of this. But I have like 4 or 5 boxes that come in on a monthly basis already. So it's one of those things that eventually, yes, I'm going to broaden out to other boxes too. And, these things like the dollar bead box and the Jesse James box, I may end up deciding not to use as boxes that I get on a monthly basis. So just something I'm looking into, but yeah. I'm addicted to watching them. Yeah, they've been on, some of the employees, I don't know their names yet, but there's one of the ladies has been on one of the other ladies' that I watch, Jenny and Becky. They've been on their channel a couple of times and talking and doing stuff. So I've seen them talk. They're fun. They're a trip to watch. All right, let me get this cut here, and then I will get the colors for the seed beads out here in just a second. So that way, if anybody likes this color palette, what's a palette? I don't know. This color palette, if anybody likes it, then they can come in and pull some of these items out also and start working. I'm going to try to do an earring with this. And since the box comes with 8 of these 6mm fire polish beads, I'm probably going to use 4. I'm going to do a right angle weave type earring basically. And then I'm going to put these little flowers somehow in there as well. So, oh, that's cool. You got to meet Jenny and Becky. That's cool. Because I know all y'all live in basically the same area. So I'm the one that's kind of out in I guess the eastern part of Texas. Everybody else is in central Texas. But so that's what I'm planning on doing, is making an earring, do a little right angle weave thing. So I've already got some thread and needles already put together. I was going to get the beads out. All right, so I have an assortment of beads. I'm going to get myself off of here real quick. Turn that one off. There we go. So I have an assortment of beads up here. I've got 2 sizes of 8s, or 2 colors of 8s, a color of an 11, and then I've got 2 colors of 15s. And I'm probably not going to use all of them in this project, but, you know, at least it's something to go by. So this is the first color over here. This is an 8. This is Mayuki's number 4473. It's the Durcoat Opaque Fennel. So if you're interested in that color. This is one of my staple colors. I use this one a lot. This is the Duracoat Galvanized Champagne. It's Mayuki's number 4204. And then this one, I've used it in a couple of projects. I don't think I've done a video on it yet, but just the green color on the inner portion of the bead, and then the outer gold glow that it gives, it just kind of made it look almost like these beads here, because these beads have a little bit of a green with a goldy type glow to it. So I figured those might go really well with that. But that's Mayuki's number there. Don't pay attention to the 11S. It's just 374 is Mayuki's number. And then these 2 guys are my 15s. This first one is the Matte Silverline Dark Gold, and it is the number 4, and then F as in Frank. So 4F. And then the last one I have out is also one that I use a lot of. I love these ones. It is Mayuki's number 4698, and it is very long. It is Frosted Opaque Glazed Rainbow, and I don't remember the rest of the name. I think it's either the green or the shamrock, but it's one of the green colors. But that's the number again. It's 4698. So those are the colors. You replaced our hour on Twitch. Awesome. I know. I miss seeing Allie on Twitch. I missed that. I had gotten kind of out of the habit of watching her for a little while. And then all of a sudden I went back to try to figure out where Twitch was at. And then I noticed there hadn't been anything going on for a while. I'm like, oh great, I missed it. So yeah, I miss seeing Allie on Twitch. But I don't know if you had looked into it, India, or not, but I am actually going to the Bead Retreat in September next year. So it happens to be over my birthday, and I'm usually able to get time off over my birthday. And so I think I'm going to go to Hagerstown next year. So hopefully other people are able to make that as well. Oh, you're going too! Oh my god! we've been trying to meet each other for a while now, so that if we don't get a chance to, then we know we're gonna we're gonna meet each other at least then. So that's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I've been wanting to go for a long time, and I finally told my husband when I found out that it was going to be over in September. I finally told him recently that it's like it's time. It's time for me to go. He just thinks I'm not going to be able to. He thinks I'm not going to be able to fly by myself, so I'm not a very good flyer. I usually have to go see my doctor beforehand and get some help with it. So I'm not a very good flyer. All right, so I think I'm going to start off with this. And I'm just beading. I have no idea what type of idea I'm really going to come up with just yet. I'm just kind of going, and we're going to see where it goes. So I do want something that's a little bit larger because I do like to have droppy type earrings. I know some people don't like that type of a thing where it's droppy earrings, but oh yeah, I want to meet Kelly Dale too. I'm kind of excited about that. But I do like the droppy type of earrings. It just, I don't know, they give a little bit more character, I feel like. But these beads, these flower beads, the hole goes through the center. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this, other than I might make these just really quick and simple. Just do something to where these flowers just come out here. Whoops. On the edges right here. And then maybe I'll fill something in on the inside. So, okay, well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just going away and just beading. Just having fun. I'm probably only going to be on for an hour today. I do have family coming over tonight. So and actually I think my dad and sister are going to be here pretty soon. So pretty soon after 2 o'clock at least. So I'm only going to be on till 2. And then, oops, can't see anything. The screen that's on my camera that I'm looking at is different. It's like I can go all the way down past where you can see here on the live stream. So I keep looking at my camera, figuring out where I'm at, and then realizing that I'm looking up at the screen and you can't see what I'm doing. Forest City, North Carolina every year by myself. It's my own. Aw, that's so neat. But a bead retreat for Kelly Dale. I love Kelly. She's so cool. You know, all of her cute little southern things that she says. It's like, I love it. All right, so there's that. So I kind of want to have these hanging out. Maybe we can just stick them like that. And then I don't want to go through this too much because I'm using wildfire today. So wildfire sometimes is thicker. And I know are these 6mm? I think they're 6mm. Let's see. The flowers are 8mm. Yeah, these are 6mm fire polish. So I know the fire polishes will probably be fine, but it's just the seed beads. I don't want to break them. So I'm going to just start off with this, see what happens. And if I don't like it, I can always take it apart. So there's that. And then if I do like it, then I'm going to come back and do an actual video. And if I have time, I can start the recording here while everybody else is here. And then that'll actually be part of my recording time too. And I do have to kind of say I'm sorry about the recording stuff. Because I know recently I have not been recording and putting a whole lot of videos out lately. Work this year has been, primary work, pharmacy work, has been quite eventful this flu season. And we're starting to get the flu in the Houston area a little bit again. We had a bout of it probably maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that. and all day yesterday at work, that's pretty much what I dispensed was Tamiflu. So we've got the flu in the area again, and that usually makes for kind of a long day. So, is what it is, but this is why I do what I do. So I can just kind of unwind and not worry about the pharmacy world for a little while. Even though my pharmacy staff might be on here in a little while. We all go to lunch at 1:30, and I know a couple of them might be tuning in on their lunch break. And so one of those things might happen. So if you just tuned in, I am just playing around with something that is not in focus whatsoever. I am just playing around with beads from the dollar bead box. This is October's dollar bead box. And the main reason why I'm doing it now is because I get my October bead box pretty late in the month. I got my box last week, actually. And the same thing with the Jesse James Magical Beads box. I get that one too, pretty late in the month. So I typically don't do unboxings for these type of beads, and that's mainly because they come so late. So, and there's already been so many different unboxings from other channels. So I like to just kind of create with it. And so I decided that, it's time to start figuring out how to do lives. So I played around with doing lives a little bit over the last couple of weeks or so. I did a couple of dry runs and try to fix some audio issues and stuff like that. And then today is my official first live that I am doing. And I plan on doing these every other Thursday. They will be somewhere around the 1 o'clock or the 2 o'clock hour. And the only reason for that is because I tend to release videos on Thursdays also. So I don't want to interfere with myself in releasing a video and then also having a live on top of it. That'd be kind of silly. So that's the main reason why I'm thinking about doing this. This is actually kind of cute. You lose the green seed beads unless you see it over off to the side. So I'm probably going to add the green back in there somehow. Because I'm almost thinking about filling this in somehow. And just making maybe like a web look or something. So because I've been using mainly this green, the 11-0s, and then this of the 15s. And then I have enough to where maybe I can even put one of these in the center. And then that would be 5, and there's 5 left over for the other earring. Okay, we're going to put those aside. We'll see what we can do. Are you going to the Nutcracker Market on the 15th? It's energy. Yeah, that I have actually never been to the Nutcracker Market. I know it's like a big, huge thing, and there's a lot of people that go there. I am okay with crowds, but I'm not the best with crowds. So I tend to get a little nervous more often when I'm around or I'm in a situation that I am new to, or if it's something that I'm not comfortable in. So yeah, I eventually one of these times, I will end up probably going to the Nutcracker Market, but not yet. So not quite there yet. It's like I actually did pretty good last year. I ended up going to a Texas A&M game here in College Station with my husband. My husband was actually working the game. And I actually did pretty good there because there was a whole lot of people there. Oh my gosh, there's like over 200,000 people that like migrated to College Station, Texas to watch the game. And I say migrated because there's people everywhere. And I actually did pretty good. And I was kind of surprised with myself. And my husband said the same thing. He was kind of surprised that I did really well. So, but it's one of those things that you kind of have to live with and figure out how to work around. I'm trying to figure out how many beads to put around this 6mm. Because I don't want to have too many. Oh, yeah, a cabochon. Or a Rivoli or something like that. That would be pretty too. Okay, let's see if this is enough beads. Yeah, that's something to start with. We'll try it, see what happens. One thing is kind of funny about about the lives, so I have to keep talking. That's one thing India, Allie's really good at, is keep talking and keep people engaged and everything. And me, I'm kind of like, what did I just say? How did I say that? What am I doing? So it's something I'm having to kind of get used to here. All right, so let's see if I can go around one more time. I might skip those 15s and just go through the 11s that are back here in the back. Oh, come on, there it goes. And then we'll try to do this pattern around these four. So let's see, I did a 15 to 11s, 15 to 11s, and a 15. And then we'll come back through and try to connect them there in the center, and then maybe we'll try to add another flower. And then we'll have to just get out to the outer edge again on one of these peaks and make our little spot that we can put an ear wire on. Uh-oh, I did. I knotted my thread. I talk to myself and my beads all the time. Oh yeah, I always talk to myself. Oh, well, thank y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was the funny thing, is that actually even before I started doing videos for Potomac Beads, I was actually kind of practicing, and I wasn't even realizing I was practicing, but I would sit here and just be designing something and talking out loud to myself and saying, okay, this is what you would do next, and this is how you're going to do this. And then I just kind of realized, I'm like, I sound like Allie. I sound like Allie, how she's just constantly, this is your next step. This is your next step. Like, I still plan on doing some videos for Allie too. I wanted to kind of get this up and running first. I told Allie earlier in the year, right before I started doing this, that I was planning on doing my own channel, but I was still planning on doing videos for her. But I wanted to get this kind of up and going first, and told her that I would most likely not be doing anything for Potomac, not for Potomac, sorry. Most likely not be using any of the Potomac items in my videos, because I don't want to, I want to save that for her. I want to save those videos for her. So, and for Potomac Beads. So I plan on doing some more videos. I have some time off coming up here soon, this month and next month. So I'm going to have a little bit of time to be able to work on some things. So since my channel is starting to do a little bit better, it's actually, I shouldn't say a little bit, it's kind of a lot better. It's kind of amazing, actually, the support that I've gotten so far from my channel. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go into the middle down here and see if we can try to connect these somehow. Let's see. Almost not sure if I really want to add in another green color or another gold color and just keep it this way. You know what? We can connect with these and make it a little small. Chris Lewis King has been doing... I know. I've seen some of Chris's designs in her videos and stuff. They're amazing. She does such really, really good work. But yeah, I've been watching some of her stuff. This one's kind of hidden. Oh, come on now. And I didn't start doing that until I started watching Allie too, when she was beading. I never made noises when I was trying to get into my beadwork, and then all of a sudden I started realizing I'm going to do all the time. It's kind of funny. But I picked that up from Allie too. All right, come on, little 15, you can do it. There we go. She does good work, but I'm so stuck on Sam's Bead Shop. I have put Potomac on the back burner. Yeah, I think some people kind of go back and forth with different things, which is perfectly fine. It's just one of those things that we kind of move on every once in a while, and then that's that. So, and sometimes, I mean, there's no harm in going back, and there's no harm in staying away for a little while. Sometimes you get more ideas. You get to look at different beads and different types of beads and things like that. So I did to pick up on the sounds. But yeah, you know, going to different companies and stuff like that, you pick up on a lot of different things. You know, I partnered with Gemstone Orphanage in September to do the Princess Blue kit. And that was like the first time ever I did anything anywhere close to something like that. So I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea how to get it done. And I hope I didn't like annoy Steve and Debbie with me asking all the questions and be like, are you sure this is going to work? Is this going to be fine? How about this? I'm not sure. It was just kind of funny. So hopefully I didn't annoy him. But that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to work with. So I don't know. I'm almost thinking just leaving it that way rather than sticking this here. Because then that's going to cover up the center. But then you can see your green beads, not beans, green beans. These are not edible. Don't eat your beads. So I don't know. Allie does raw so much that I'm sick of it. I would rather do other stitches. I know. Writing a weave is just, it's just a go-to stitch. It's just very, very easy. It's, I don't know, it's just, I like to use it too, obviously, because that's what I'm doing. But yeah, it's fun. Softflex has a live at 3 p.m. today. I watch every week. I love Softflex's stuff. And oh, that's the other box is I get Softflex stuff. Which I think actually I didn't do one this month and last month. Due to not making enough in my company to be able to buy anything extra at the moment. But I have been blessed this last month. In October, I did really, really well in my events in October. So I was able to spend a little extra money and get some of the next Softflex kits. So I have the next one that's coming out in the last Wednesday of November. I forget what it is. I know it's a frosty type theme, but I have that one coming out. So that one's coming in the mail at least. So I'm going to be, I'll do an unboxing on that one and do some designs with that one and everything. But I think I'm going to leave it like this. Let's see. How many beads do I want to, how many beads do I want to add here? Let's see. Because I want to be able to either add a wire guard, which I might just do that. wire guard, actually. Where are you at, wire guards? There you are. This is how I keep my wire guards. Get these little things in the Potomac box, the treasure box. Let's see. I only have stainless steel out right now. Let me just go ahead and use a gold wire guard, even though I'm probably going to use silver colored ear wires. Let me see what that looks like in the back. Now, should I put... I should probably put a bead here that I go around the wire guard on. Because I'm trying to keep from going through this too many more passes. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, look at that. I was trying to figure out why this wasn't going around this bead that good. I skipped it, like completely skipped it somehow. Oh, I wrapped around the flower. That's what happened. Okay, well, it's staying there for right now. I'm not fixing it right now. Maybe if I get time, I'll fix it later, but it's gonna stay there. I'm not gonna fix it right now. So I'm kind of cheating and going through my my work. And I'm gonna get back up to this bead up here, so I can add the wire guard up there. Yeah, I have 3 of those things, 3 or 4. No, I have 4 now. No, 3. Sorry, I can't count. Good gracious, I really can count. Maybe it's because I could count by 5s at work. But anyways, I have 3 of them now from the different boxes over the years or over the months and everything. And I have wire guards in 1.5, and then I have the Soft Flex crimp tubes, which I'm absolutely in love with those crimp tubes and that magical crimper. I love that thing. I've never been able to get nice crimps, and then I got myself the magical crimper. The first one I bought was actually one that had a little bit of a defect, and I was having issues with getting round crimps. They would always be smushed too much, and basically would come out more of an oval shape and just didn't look right. So I went ahead and purchased another one just to see if that was the case, or if it was, me just doing something different. And it ended up being that I was doing just fine. Oh, here, Carolyn, thank you. I'm working with a $1 bead box. It's the October one. Ow! And I just stuck myself. Ooh, that kind of hurt. This is the October $1 bead box, and I'm trying to come up with an earring idea that I will most likely do a just quick little tutorial on. So that's how it's kind of turning out. I wonder, should I just leave it like that, or should I put more embellishments on this side with the same beads? Let me know if I should just leave it or continue on. Sometimes I continue on and then I realize, no, that's way too much, and then I have to go back and take it back out again. Oops. Let's not poke myself with the needle again. And there's that. Oh, nope, came out of the channel. Get back in there. So this is usually how I talk when I'm beading. When I'm doing my videos, I have to tell myself, don't say extra words. Don't say extra words. Alright, so it's kind of like that. So that's kind of cute. Looks pretty like that. Okay, cool. Where are my ear wires? I'll put an ear wire on it real quick and just see what it looks like that way. Let's see, these are stainless steel. These are a pain sometimes to open, but I prefer to use stainless steel. I have stainless steel, and then I'm starting to get more... just moved that, darn it. I'm starting to get gold-filled items in now too. So I have rose gold and yellow gold filled earrings. A little bit more pricey, but with my issues, I can wear brass, but I can only wear it for a short time. There's times that I make earrings and then I wear them to work just to see how they're going to hang, just to see how they're going to work out and everything. And sometimes by the end of my shift, whether it's an 8-hour shift or an 11-hour shift, because I work 8 hours all the way up to 11 hours, depending on what day it is, my ears are burning afterwards. So, but yeah, that ended up being okay, I think. So that's cool. All right. I'm just going to leave that on there for the moment. Whoops. And then throw it all over my desk. All right. Now I'm going to leave it on there, but then I'm probably going to get all mixed up. So now I'm going to go try to get through this 11-0 again. It's starting to get really, really tight down there. And then I'm going to tie off if I can get back down to the other end. So I'm going to cheat again. This is not the way you're supposed to go through your right angle weaves. But it's going to work for me today. So, oh, there we go. I'm just going to get down to the other side and try to tie off down there. And then I might try to go ahead and record just one little spot and then go from there. And what time are we at? 1:30. Okay. If you don't know, my Yuki ran out of Duracut. Yeah, I know. I did hear about that. I think I heard that from Allie, actually. It takes 2 years to make. The price of gold is about $4,000 an ounce right now. Yeah, it's really expensive. I can tell because the gold-filled earrings are starting to go up in price too. But yeah, the Duracoat galvanized gold, I think the champagne may be out now too. And I think they were saying that the silver ones are getting close to being out also, if they're not already out. So kind of sad because I love using golds and silvers. It's kind of a staple color, either one of those. But, you know, it is what it is. I just wish they were able to kind of keep up with the demand that they make a beautiful product. And I just kind of wish they were able to keep up with it. But there you go. Is what it is. And you just we have to figure it out, you know, designer-wise. Have to figure it out and just, you know, either use different colors or different manufacturers. I have some Tohos in my stash, but I just prefer to use my Yuki, so. Alright, so that ends up being that flower, or that earring. Of course, this flower is like, I think this is the one that got wrapped around. Yeah, that's the one that got wrapped around. Okay, well, whatever. I'll still use it just like that, and I have plenty of thread on this needle to where I can use it for the other earring. Alright, so now you get to see how I get set up for my tutorials. Alright, so I ended up using these guys, and I just kept it to the two in the center. So now I'm going to clean up this mess. And then after this, if I still have time, I will... Oops. I'll pull out the Jesse James box and work with that for a little bit. I'm almost thinking about doing a memory wire. Whoops, I need that one. I'm almost thinking about doing a memory wire bracelet with the Jesse James stuff. Not trying to talk politics, but blaming him for the country. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things. this up. Now, the only difference with me doing a recording on this is that the recording screen is a little bit bigger than what you see here on the live. So the recording screen, I'm going by the recording screen. So some of the stuff is going to be in screen, and then some things may be out of screen, but you'll be able to see it on the tutorial when it goes out. And I've only got about 20 minutes or so. I gotta check here in a second and see if my dad's left his house. And if he has, then I'll know that I'll only have about 30 minutes or so before he'll get here. All right, so there we go. Make it all nice and pretty. Get it all nice and lined up. All right, so let's see. Have you seen the November Dollar Beads Club collection? It's beautiful. I can't wait for it. I did. I watched when I was cleaning up my desk earlier. I watched Becky's unboxing of the November Club, and it was really pretty. I'm kind of excited about it too. So I didn't see all of it because I like to try to be a little bit surprised when I'm looking at it, but my dollar bead box comes late in the month, so I won't get mine for about another 2 or 3 weeks or so. Probably the week of Thanksgiving it'll come. But that's just, I think it was because I signed up so late in the month for it. So hope you have fun with your family today. Well, thank you. Yeah, we're all getting together. I have a soon-to-be 16-year-old. I can't believe it. She's going to be 16, and she's going to be driving soon, and Mommy is not quite sure how she feels about that. So, we're doing the family get-together tonight for that, so it's going to be the family birthday party. But, so yeah, that's the main reason why we're all getting together. But, alright, so let me see. Okay, so this is what I do whenever I am doing my tutorials. I have to sit here and think, what am I gonna say? So, when I hit record here in a second, which is on my actual camera, then... Oh! Hi, Casper! Sorry, that is Casper. Let me check and see who's here. Make sure it's not my dad. Oh no, it's Amazon. Okay. I can't believe he actually heard Amazon drive up. Okay, so he'll stop barking here in a second. And then I'll hit record so I don't have a barking dog in the background. Oh, Casper. He's my golden retriever. I love him. It's like he has a birthday next month. He'll be 12 next month. So... he's my old puppy. I will let her know that. Thank you, Carolyn. I'll let her know. Happy birthday. Okay, Casper, you done? All right, let's get this started. Get this focused again. Is that actually working? I don't know. I'm looking off to the side. Sorry. Yep. Nope, it's not working. Okay. So that's not going to work. So that's not going to work right. Oh, well, that's fine. I will figure it out. So at least I have the earring done, so I can do the video afterwards. That's not a problem. Let me go ahead and trying to figure out if I should just push this off to the side. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I disappeared. Sorry. Thank you, India. I'll let her know. Yeah, I can't believe she's going to be 16. Like, it feels like just yesterday and she was still a little baby. She's soon going to be asking, Mommy, can I take your car? Oh boy. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about that the first time that happens. Even though she's been practicing with driving my car and everything. She's been doing a little bit of that. So I know she can drive it. I know she can, and she does really, really well with driving too. I'm not upset or scared about that part at all. It's just the fact of she's growing up, and here pretty soon she's going to be going off to college, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life after that. It's like, what do you do when you're an empty nester? All right, so this is the Jesse James box. It's the Ancient Egypt. And so I kind of liked this little collection. And now that I look at the bead color, not sure if that's the right color seed bead or not for that 11-0. So I think I might just use this. I have not opened them yet. So let's see what comes in this thing. Whoops. I'm always hitting my camera. Sorry, guys. It's like I know the camera's sitting there and I still smack it. Alright, so let's see what type of beads are in this little container this time. Now, I have not watched any type of unboxings for this one yet. So when I got this in... When did I get this in? I got this in Monday, I think. When I got it in... Oh, here comes Cosmo. Please don't knock over anything. Good girl. Thank you. But when I got it in and I opened it up, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, there's some really neat turquoises in there. There's some goldstone in there. Alright, let's dump this out and see what we got. Oh, there's little... Oh, that's cool. Ooh, I like those. Because it's almost like a brushed gold. Those are fun. Yeah, that green on camera looks pretty good, but on the naked eye, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to stick with that green or not. It probably will work out fine. Yeah, 2 Newfoundlands, one that's 3 Riley and one that's 2 Reagan. My youngest is 38. Aw, thank you. I love these colors too. These are going to be fun. It's like I like getting the Jesse James one just because you get all these different types of beads. You know, these remind me of the disco balls that Potomac came out with. So that's what these guys remind me. They remind me of the disco balls, just different colors and different types. But then, you know, I don't see any type of bead caps that are like this. You know, obviously we've seen, you know, some of these other shapes like the bicones and stuff like that. But, you know, bead cap like that, I haven't seen anything like that. And I definitely haven't seen anything that looks like this. So, very unique. I do like getting the Jesse James one. And then the goldstone. I love goldstone because it just shimmers so well. Alright, I'm trying to get these all kind of situated because I'm almost thinking about doing a memory wire bracelet with this one. I don't know if I said that earlier or not. I think I did, but... And just using the contents of this little guy and just doing a memory wire bracelet. Now, I may not do an actual recording for this one because obviously I only have these beads and I don't have 2 of these boxes. But, and I probably won't use all of these beads, I wouldn't think. I just ordered green goldstone from Sands on Tuesday. I have a whole lot of blue goldstone because blue is my favorite color. That deep, dark, black, almost black bluish color. That's one of my favorite colors of all time. So when I had the Crayola box, that was always the color that I would use the most, and would be very upset when it was almost out, and then beg my parents for another box because I didn't have my blue colors anymore. So that was always my favorite color in the box. All right, so I think we need some different color seed beads because I have this cobalt color, and the cobalt color goes along with some of the other beads in the box, but not necessarily with these. It would go with this, with these guys. You can't see that. It would go with this over here, with the disco bally ones. But this is more of a turquoise. This is turquoise. My seed bead, still can't see that. See, it almost looks like this, but the seed bead is a little too bluish. It's got more blue in it. But I guess it would still kind of go along with the turquoise from there. So that would probably be okay. But then I've got gold seed beads off to the side, so maybe I can just keep it with... Maybe I just use the gold seed beads and be done with it. Obviously, I'm not going to use these in a memory wire. That you probably could still use that, actually. And make it, like, fluttery. This is always the fun part, trying to figure out what to do with the memory wire. I do like this. Some of these beads got stuck in here like that. So I did like that. That was kind of neat because it kind of just looks like a flower about to bloom. And then maybe have something else sitting like right next to it to make it look like it's an actual flower. So that looked fun. Let me get some of my memory wire out. Sorry for the bag noises. Get that out real quick and see. Yeah, I've got enough to do probably one more bracelet on this thing, and that's it. All right, so seed beads, gotta get these out too. And then these guys are pretty much the same as the yellow gold that's over here. Slightly lighter in color. It's kind of like a halfway between these drops over here and then the bead caps that are over here. So let's see what this looks like. I don't like to start with seed beads because I don't want them to get caught up in the loop, because I always do a loop on the end of my memory wire that I was about ready to forget to do. So let's do that loop. And if you're not familiar with how I do the loops, here I go teaching again. I usually use a bail making pliers, and this one's a 6-step bail making plier, and I use the 2nd step typically. So just like if you're making a normal loop, you just put the memory wire in between or around the size that you would want to make, and then just twist around. And then I continue to twist until the end of that memory wire is not focusing. There we go. Where the end of the memory wire is kind of sitting almost over here off to the right hand side a little too much. And then I put my 2mm, or the second step back in there, and then I use the first step to kind of turn backwards a little bit. And then that allows that that top portion to be more upwards, and so hopefully it would not scratch the skin and not catch on to clothes and stuff like that. At least not as easily as it would be if it was facing further down on this side. So that's usually how I do my memory wire. Hi there. Hi, Angela. How are you doing today? All right, let's start off with these. Let's start off with the green ones. So right now I'm working with the, which one is this one? This one's the Jesse James Magical Mystery Bead Box. And this month, or actually month of October, is Ancient Egypt. And just so you know, I usually end up doing, not really doing a unboxing for both my dollar bead box and my Jesse James, just because they come so late in the month. and it's hard for me to compete with unboxings when a lot of people have already gotten their unboxings by now. And that's perfectly fine. It's fine for me to do that, but I like to still come back and try to make some ideas. Now this one, this idea is probably not going to get recorded, only because I'm using just a portion of this box. But at least you can have fun and watch it here. And I'm probably only going to be on for about another 5 minutes or so. I plan on doing these every other week. So the next time I'll be on will be 2 weeks from now, which is the 20th. I will most likely have it start at 2 o'clock instead. I don't know why my voice just cracked. Instead of 1 o'clock, only because I also like to release some of my videos at noon Central Time. And I don't want to compete with myself with releasing a video, then trying to do a live on top of it. So more than likely it'll be a 2 o'clocker instead of a 1 o'clock. But I plan on doing these every other Thursday, and this is pretty much what I'll be doing. I'll be coming up with some ideas on how to do videos, and then it'll give me something that I can do later on in the afternoon after we get off, and be able to create videos and everything. So, alright, so I'm going to use the bead cap and then the bicone. And then I think, whoops, come on, get in that bead cap. There you go. I think I'm going to put a seed bead next. I love your nails, a minty green. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to do something a little Halloween-y because I got my nails done a couple weeks ago. And I was trying to look for something Halloween-y, but I didn't really want orange. So I was like, okay, what can I find that's fun? Because me and my sparkle, gotta have sparkle, love sparkle. But I wanted something that was fun and different, and I saw this and I'm like, you know what, that almost makes it look like they're glowing in the dark. They don't glow in the dark, but it almost looks like it does. So I was like, those are kind of cool. I liked that. All right, should I put, well, I only have 2 of these. Should I put the goldstone next, or should I put these little, what are these, barrel guys? Or should I put these guys? Put the disco balls. So goldstone, barrow, or disco. What do you think? Yeah, I'm all about sparkle. Oh, you know what? I'll put one of these. Let's see. I'll put one on just to see what it looks like. Disco. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going towards too. That way I can use more of them. Yeah, the red looks okay, but yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Almost seems more like it's going to be the red ones for earrings. Yeah, I think I kind of like the disco. And then I can put this on the other side. All right, we'll finish out this pattern. And then let's see, what did I do? I did this, and then I'll probably have to get off after that. So thank you for everybody that is here. I think I have 9 watching right now, so that's amazing. Thank you, welcome. Say hi if you're able to. You can always subscribe to my channel. I do plan on doing these every other week. If you're not subscribed, then next time you come, I do one in 2 weeks, you can always say hello. And let's see. And then I will do something similar to this in 2 weeks. It's probably not going to be using the same box. I'll come up with something different. And then may give you a little bit more of a sneak peek of my color cube idea that I'm wanting to do. Y'all may be able to see that and understand that a little bit more. I'm hoping that my color cube idea will go live in December. That's what I'm shooting for, at least. And then I'm not going to say too much about it because I want it to be kind of a fun surprise. But I'm hoping it'll get people engaged with the channel and get people deciding on what they would like to see as far as different color combinations and everything. And it would be just basically beads from my stash. So all sorts of different beads. I have a couple of the color cube combinations already set up, and so I can take pictures and try to get some more I'm going to plan on doing more of a information type video, so it'll be just a couple of minutes long and kind of tell you what it is that I'm planning on doing with the color cube box and everything, and go from there. So that way you'll see a little bit more of what I'm planning on doing. So what should I put here? I'm almost thinking about putting another one of these, but I'm not sure if I have enough to get through that. Okay, well, I'll play with that in a minute. So, alrighty, India, thank you very much. Y'all have a good rest of the day also. I'm going to have to get off here because my family is probably going to be by soon. Oh, there's Cosmo. Hold on. Right there. That little black blob. That's my Cosmo. And Kylie's actually, yeah, she's on the bed too. You just can't see her. And then Casper's back behind me. So I have all my fours with me right now. But like I said, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I will have everything up on the channel and everything, talking about when I go live again. And I can't find my words right now. I've been talking too much. So I'll see y'all back in 2 weeks. So everybody have a good rest of the day, rest of the weekend, rest of the next week or so. And then I'll see you back in a little while. Bye, guys.